one and all to the future of news. Bitcoin is here now when the dollar is through. Start stacking those sats and make it habitual. We all deserve to be sovereign individuals. Time to hear from Sean and get our fix of the day. Get on the standard now because
this is the way.
We were meant for this moment since the day we were born. Now sit back and enjoy. It's good day, Bitcoin.
Good morning, Bitcoin. Saylor has unlocked the infinite money glitch. We have so much to cover. Bitcoin has had the best week of its life, closing above $70,000 for the third time in history. And it looks like it may be a fourth. Trump is talking Bitcoin again. We have hodlers. They are selling to Wall Street, who now hold more than 1 million Bitcoin. We have the best buying opportunity today. Bitcoin has fallen back into the red. And interestingly, the stock to flow and the power law models, they're Bitcoin price models that are going to break. We may have a new one, though, that's potentially correct forever. Absolutely insane. Yet again, the game is rigged. The US Treasury Buying Committee looks to be waging a new campaign on stablecoins and potentially predicting a bank run, with CBDCs being the solution. This is at the same time that Elizabeth Warren is ramping up her anti-crypto efforts. And we have a new character claiming to be Satoshi Nakamoto. Let's dive straight into Trump. This morning, Donald Trump wishes Bitcoiners a happy 16th anniversary of Satoshi's white paper. This is pretty crazy. Potentially the next president of the United States talking about Bitcoin, wishing Bitcoiners a happy 16th anniversary. This is what he said. I would like to wish our great Bitcoiners a happy 16th anniversary of Satoshi's white paper. We will end Kamala's war on crypto, and Bitcoin will be made in the USA. Vote Trump. TikTok next block. This is massive. Now, this guy, we'll dive into a little bit more, but he's claiming to be Satoshi Nakamoto. Quick little video. Let's bring it up full screen. Good morning, Satoshi.
And I wrote it down, all of the posts, and I have evidences of all of that, but with a short time I'm here just to make the statements that yes, I am Satoshi Nakamoto and this is my pseudonym. My legal name is Stephen Mola, and I created the Bitcoin and blockchain technology, which is working well, but I'm not happy with it.
It's working well.
He's working well, but Satoshi Nakamoto is not happy with it. Here we go again.
Yes, it's working well because Bitcoin has reached 5 continents within the 5 years. And
interesting. Anyway, we'll dive into that a little bit further. Carrying on, this is the email that started a revolution. Bitcoin peer-to-peer e-cash paper, Satoshi Nakamoto, Friday, October 31. I've been working on a new electronic cash system that's fully peer-to-peer with no trusted third party. The paper is available at bitcoin.org. Changed my life. Let us know if Satoshi Nakamoto 16 years ago changed yours. So Michael Saylor, the infinite money glitch, this guy has just changed the whole financial world. I think he's looking to become more powerful than Larry Fink in the financial markets globally. Absolutely insane. So we've got a little bit more after his earnings call yesterday. But this is going back to April 19th, 2024. He has letting us know. They always tell us what they're going to do. Michael Saylor, what if an investor with unlimited capital announced a program to acquire 450 Bitcoin daily at the market price for the next 4 years and hold the asset forever? What if they increase their purchase to 675 Bitcoin daily in 2028 and to 787 Bitcoin daily in 2032? Prophetic? Maybe. Imagine trying to buy 675 Bitcoin daily in 2028. Huge numbers. Now, Bitcoin price has come down a little bit. It's a little bit higher than where it was. Now, let me hit refresh. 70,179 last 24 hours, a low of 69,705. Soon as I saw it drop under 70,000, 69,900 this morning, I fired off a couple of texts saying, this is the best buying opportunity. Come on, let's go. If you haven't deployed that capital, it is time to do it. People will get Bitcoin at the price they deserve, but 69,000, 70,000, anything under the new all-time high, the old all-time high, before we make a new all-time high, is a grand and glorious opportunity on such a fine day. 70,179. We will come back to the price shortly, but it is nice to see it down here. And just a quick reminder, the next week is going to be insanely volatile. Super excited. Maybe we get some really cheap deals. To me, this seems like an amazingly cheap deal for where we're going to. But with the elections coming up, things are about to get crazy hectic. Hopefully everyone's prepared for it. But diving further into MicroStrategy, this real cool infographic. Bitcoin Ollie. We're going to structure MicroStrategy to outperform Bitcoin. No offense, I tweet about Bitcoin every day. So these are their Bitcoin principles. They've got 9 of them. Absolutely love them. And I'm going to take these into stock. Number 1, we buy and hold Bitcoin indefinitely, exclusively, securely. 2, we prioritize MicroStrategy, common stock, long-term value creation. 3, treat all investors with respect, consistency, and transparency. 4, structure MicroStrategy to outperform Bitcoin via intelligent leverage. 5, acquire Bitcoin continually while achieving positive Bitcoin yield. 6, grow rapidly and responsibly, subject to market dynamics. Number 7, issue innovative fixed income securities backed by Bitcoin. 8, maintain healthy, robust, pristine balance sheet. Number 9, promote global adoption of Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset. Saylor is dominating Bitcoin. Truly. Mark Moss chiming in. This is what happens when you get an MIT engineer like Saylor running a public tech company and put him on a Bitcoin standard. Bitcoin financial engineering. Saylor is going to go down as one of the smartest people, financially, one of the smartest people in human history. MicroStrategy, the British hodl chiming in here, will not only temper the next Bitcoin bear market, but with $40 to $50 million daily purchasing, we've just set a floor of $89,000 for every 450 Bitcoin mined daily. This is just from one buyer. MicroStrategy updates. We're a growth company. It's not unreasonable to have a 30 to 50x multiple for that growth. That was according to Saylor. Has heard enough of the 1x, MNAV, bears, whatever your targets are, raise them higher. Now, this is insanely interesting. 42 billion is 420,000 Bitcoin at 100K per Bitcoin. Please don't worry that we're at 70,000 today. This is why there's such a great opportunity. Michael Saylor's just changed the game for everyone for the next 3 years. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. In order to create a company like ours, you're going to have to actually go 100% all Bitcoin. And how do you do that at our scale? We shouldn't just be valued based on our Bitcoin reserve. The real issue is, what are the opportunities for us as Bitcoin treasury company? Saylor made it clear today, there is no second best Bitcoin treasury. Now, this is super interesting. Michael Dunworth, really close friend of mine. On this day, 28 years ago, Satoshi and the NSA celebrated the same day. What he's talking about. So they put this out 18th of June 1966, but they're talking about how to make and meant the cryptography of anonymous electronic cash should truly go through and see here. Received October 31st, 1996. Frank's got NSA permission to make this report available. They've offered to make copies available by contacting them. Pretty crazy stuff. Now, Michael Saylor, he conjures stock market magic with giant plan to buy more Bitcoin. We're going to dive a little bit deeper. This is a cool article to go through. If I can ask everyone to smash the like button if you're tuning in live, watching the replay, and let us know where you are on this grand glorious day. Woke up this morning, the ocean's dead flat. Ran back upstairs once my wife was awake and said, sweetie, if it's this flat tomorrow, I'm definitely going out on the jet ski. Let us know what you've got planned for the weekend to be able to decompress when it comes around for you. Because I think things are about to get crazy. You need to have a little bit of you time coming up. Get that head in the right place for what's about to explode. But Michael Saylor, he conjures a stock market magic with giant plan to buy more Bitcoin forever, because it's going up forever, Laura. Normally a $21 billion equity offering by a company only worth just over double that amount would tank the issuer's stock price. But the economics around corporate America's biggest Bitcoin bull, biggest, major, huge, big, strong guy. Bitcoin's biggest bull different. Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, whose stock price has tripled this year. Top Coinbase is the biggest crypto stock. MicroStrategy is up Thursday, even after the company's massive plan to sell $21 billion of new shares. A plan this would likely drive down most other companies, but MicroStrategy holders, they're a unique cohort. You guys are, and ladies and gentlemen, absolutely amazing. Typically, when shareholders get diluted, it's a bad thing, says the CoinDesk senior analyst James in it. But diving in Michael Saylor's world, economics appear to be upside down. He truly has unlocked the matrix, the infinite money glitch. He's turned MicroStrategy, which was originally like this relatively unknown software business, into corporate America's largest Bitcoin bull, amassing a giant, just like a stockpile. They say cryptocurrency of Bitcoin, digital gold, digital property in cyberspace. The best currency, the best form of money to ever exist. On Wednesday, his company announced it'd issue and then sell $21 billion of its own stock, a move that for most any other publicly traded company would prove disastrous for current shareholders. That's because MicroStrategy's market capitalization was around $50 billion when the plan was announced, meaning the ownership stake represented by that existing equity will be diluted by roughly 1/3, 33% plunge or so, and its stock price wouldn't be much of a surprise. But MicroStrategy's rally, it's a testament to investor confidence in the firm's accretive dilution strategy for Bitcoin, wherein MicroStrategy leverages capital markets to buy Bitcoin, diluting shares by issuing more, but accreting shareholder value via its Bitcoin purchases. This, according to Joe, head of growth at Thayer. The stock sale is what's known as an at-the-market equity offering, a type of deal that lets companies shares directly at prevailing prices, often providing a more flexible and less onerous way to raise capital compared with conventional secondary offering. It's, in fact, the largest such offering ever in human history by a factor of 4, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. Now, you'll love this. Absolutely love it. I'm going to play it a couple of times, because Elizabeth Warren is waging war, saying one thing, doing another.
I'm fine. People want to buy and sell crypto. That's great. I'm fine. People want to buy and sell crypto. That's great. I'm fine. People want to buy and sell crypto. That's great.
Sure. We're going to dive into that. Keep Elizabeth Warren in your mind, please, ladies and gentlemen, this morning. But let's dive into Caitlin Long here. Today, the US Treasury Borrowing Advisory Committee, TBAC, report largely penned by Big TradFi outlines recommendations on tokenized debt, issues a serious warning of tether, and troublingly suggests that stablecoins may ultimately need to give way to CBDCs. So if I bring this up here, I'm just going to read a couple of points. They lay out the problem, and then what's going to happen, the reaction, bank runs, and then the solution, stablecoins. They're trying to push them on all fronts. What effects might these trends have on recommended treasury issuance or the health of the treasury secondary market? Continued growth in stablecoins, assuming the current trends in stablecoin collateral choices continues, or is forced by a regulator, will create structural demand for short-dated US treasuries. Recommended issuance should on the margin lean to a higher portion of T-bills. While stablecoins currently represent a marginal segment of the T-bill market, growth over time may expose the T-bill markets to increased risk of fire sales due to runs in the stablecoin market because they're a little bit more liquid than the banks. Different redemption and settlement characteristics can lead to liquidity and maturity mismatch between tokens and the underlying assets, which in turn can create potential heightened financial instability in the treasury market. I'll just pick out a few more things here. Tokenization can potentially improve liquidity in the trading of treasuries by reducing operational settlement frictions. Conclusions. Though the overall market for digital assets remains quite small in comparison to traditional finance assets like equities or bonds, interest has grown substantially over the past decade. Where do they go on? So, two more things. Legal and regulatory landscape will need to evolve alongside its tokenization of legacy assets, and then what? Operational, legal, and technology risks need to be considered carefully in making design choices around the technology, infrastructure, and tokenization. Now, this is the point they're trying to get to in this whole article. Projects of study should include the design, nature, and concerns around treasury tokenization, introduction of sovereign CBDCs, technology and financial architecture choices, and financial stability considerations. In any way possible, we've already got digital IDs here in Australia, and then they're trying, well, that's passed, and then CBDCs next. It's so totalitarian, any way they can slip it in. It's absolutely sick. Obviously, Bitcoin is a solution to that. If you've got Bitcoin on an exchange or it's not an air-gapped wallet, the team at the Bitcoin Way, they can help you master your Bitcoin cybersecurity. and get into self-custody to be able to sleep easy at night and not be subject to the dystopian CBDCs that are coming. I did see that the Bank of International Settlements has pulled out of the BRICS CBDC, which is good for the BRICS nations, because they had concerns about sanctions or something similar to that. I'm paraphrasing, getting a little bit wrong. But they are coming on every front. Bitcoin is truly that solution. As Barack Obama says, Bitcoin is like the Swiss bank account in your pocket. He said it was like it was a bad thing. I thought it was absolutely amazing. If you want to sleep easy at night, become uncensorable, ungovernable, Tony and the team, they're the best in the business. They've been seen on Forbes, Bitcoin News, Simply Bitcoin, the Bitcoin Standard. Natalie Brunell, Safety and a Moose, the author of the Bitcoin Standard, recommends them. It's cool to be alongside these trusted experts. Well worth taking the time to get their ebooks as well, just chucking your email. But the first 30 minutes is free. You can reach out to them. They can do a security check and think, like, Bitcoin's at 70,400. One day we're going to wake up. It's going to be 10x higher. It's only 700,000. Bitcoin will be at 1 million, continue to go higher. It's not going to happen overnight, but even the cycle, it's going to be many multiples of where it is now. Link at the top of the description. And say g'day when you do talk. We'll get Tony on the show soon. It's just the timing for me when I go live. Makes it a little bit difficult. Come on, time chain, let's go. Good morning. Technology says no. We are at block height, 868,309. Yes, check out the sats. They're back above 1,400. I was complaining about it yesterday. Oh, they're below 1,400. Well, today is a grand and glorious day. Check out that one. 1,422, almost got a 420 this morning. Market 1.39 trillion, the exchange rate. I love it. I absolutely love it. Please be honest, anyone watching live or watching the replay, does it scare you when Bitcoin comes down like this? Or do you just see the most amazing opportunity that I believe it is? Especially when it hit 69,000 this morning, I just fired off those messages. I'm like, go, 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 go. It's the best. I'm grateful for it because it's not going to be like this for that much longer. Fat fees, absolutely amazing. UTXOs, they're down from yesterday as well. This is truly UTXO management time. That's amazing. It's about as low as they get. Average block time, it's running hot and heavy, 9 minutes and 13 seconds. Last blocks, 153 instead of 144. Hash rate's come down 6.8% in the last 24 hours. The previous difficulty adjustment was up 3.94%. It's going to go up another 8.43%. That's pretty cool. Addresses that have UTXOs and then 54.48 million addresses with a tiny amount of Bitcoin in it, at least. Now, BlackRock, they are coming for your Bitcoin forever. They did buy 12,000 Bitcoin today, which was yesterday, worth 875 million, an absolutely massive day. Nearly a month of the Bitcoin mining supply in a single day, taken off the market by a single Bitcoin ETF provider. The bull run is going to make Belses, but yet we're only at 70,460. Like, after that announcement yesterday from Michael Saylor, if people truly understood it, like if the collective, I know we understand it, but if the collective understood it, we'd be at 100K already overnight. So there's such an opportunity, 30% gain, like imminent, but we'll dive into a little bit more. Why hasn't the price gone up? Checkmate, diving in. He's going to come on in 2 weeks' time. So definitely hit the subscribe and the notification bell for that. We're going to make it more of a regular occurrence. James, absolutely amazing guy from Check on Chain. Folks who are moaning about ETF inflows not equaling price are missing an important component of market structure. All those Bitcoiners who said hodlers never sell, yeah, they kind of lied to you. People sell all the time, folks. You can't fake data in the time chain. Think you're imagining the ETFs are bigger than they are. Red and green equals ETF flows, blue and orange hodlers. That blue zone, that hodlers cashing out right now, and the orange is the value they realized on those coins. The sellers from the inside the hodler's house, matey. People do sell their Bitcoin. It's people's money, it's people's choice, but this is why we haven't had number go up yet. And then, we'll get to it in a sec. Let's see if I can bring this up better. But it's just a nice pictograph of just the tear And well done, Edmondson Sean at Edmondson Sean. The US spot Bitcoin ETFs, BlackRock 429,000. You can go through Grayscale 254,000 total US ETFs holdings, over a million there, 1,07,665. It's going to be a little bit higher than that as well. 1,008,000 and something today. Absolutely insane. But folks, back to Checkmate, who are moaning about ETF inflows, not equal in price, miss an important component of market structure. All those Bitcoiners who said hodlers never sell, yeah, they kind of lied to you. People sell all the time, folks. You can't fake the data. Not that one. And the time chain. We've got another one from Checkmate. How awkward. Oh no, maybe I deleted and replaced it by that. What a shame. He leads into JP. Here we go. No, this is what I was trying to get at. So it's where I needed to. I just scrolled up. I've been watching for years as people I know who bought hundreds or perhaps thousands of Bitcoin a cycle or two before I did. Retire, buy houses, businesses, and supercars and travel the world. They'll keep doing that and still own more Bitcoin than you can dream of. Nothing wrong with selling your Bitcoin, but these people have been in for a while. And JP, he's coming on the show. A lot of people watching won't know who JP is. Absolutely amazing. One of the most fascinating Bitcoin OGs. Incredible, man. So look forward to that show as well. We'll have Bayani on as well, probably in about 2 weeks. We've got so many amazing guests coming on. Max DeMarco, Mark Moss next week, sitting down with him, recording a podcast as well. But how many people are going to bring a $5 wrench and mask to this event? This event is that gentleman from the start that we brought up that claims to be Satoshi Nakamoto. He's holding a press event, which is absolutely insane. Like, I don't understand how this nonsense still keeps going on. I thought after Craig Wright, who was legally deemed not to be Satoshi Nakamoto, who's still trying to claim that he's Satoshi Nakamoto, I thought like it could have stopped there. And then we had Electric Money or whatever that HBO documentary was. We're saying Peter Todd is Satoshi Nakamoto. Now we got this new gentleman saying he is Satoshi Nakamoto. He's holding an event. How many people are going to bring a $5 wrench to it? It's a pretty good point. It's not something I'd show up to. But Satoshi Nakamoto to reveal legal identity October 31st, 2024. Yeah, that guy, he can't sign anything. He hasn't signed anything. It's insane. We obviously saw the video from it. It's so sad that people are still trying. We don't know who Satoshi is. We'll never find out who Satoshi is. These people are just grifters. Now, Fred Krueger. I'm going to have him on the show on Tuesday next week, Monday, for everyone in the States. We are going to dive into the power law. The power law, stock to flow, both of them are going to be broken. But, you know, Fred Krueger chiming on the power law is power law bull. We're still a bit below the power law trend to 75K-ish. You know, it's pretty close, 70, 75. It's like a day away. But how big the 2025 top will be is up for debate. But 300K is definitely possible. Don't even think of selling any of your Bitcoin. Yeah, possible is probable, though. We'll see. However, all those models, stock to flow, power law model, 100% they're going to be broken. This cycle, next cycle, who knows? Maybe it takes 10, 20 years. But it's a cycle model that I can get behind. Wicked. The stock to FOMO model may end up being the only model left stand when fiat goes to zero and Bitcoin goes to infinity. I said, mate, you're bloody bearish. Bitcoin's going much higher. Wicked chimes in. He's like, you can't get any more bullish than infinity. I'm like, bro, you can get to infinity and beyond. That's where Bitcoin's going. But this is a model I absolutely love. To infinity and beyond. Bitcoin truly is just going up forever for the rest of our life. Under 100K, it's a bloody good deal. 70,000, absolutely love it. Anyway, a little bit of fun.
This is an interesting, just a quote.
It is very interesting. This is why I'm bringing it up. I agree with you. Florida, the CFO push on Bitcoin. This is really making the rounds. This is absolutely bullish. It's insane. You know, what Trump's doing, what Bukele's done, even Malay, the whole world is shifting. The UAE and Florida chiming in. The work by Dennis Porter. Bitcoin's truly shaping the world in a better way. And we're only 16 years in. It's still early days.
This is an interesting, just a quote. Recently, Governor DeSantis also leaned forward to protect the personal finances of Floridians from government overreach and woke corporate monitoring. and by signing legislation to fight back against the central bank digital currency, CBDC. So you're actually looking at this, the CBDC is a centralized currency, which is sort of the antithesis to what crypto or Bitcoin aims to be. So there's a sort of a tinge of some political rhetoric in that comment there. So you think that the government's going to continue to print too much money? You think Bitcoin is a way for Floridians to maintain purchasing power?
Thank you for making those points, because that's exactly where our head is on this. We look at the failed policies of Washington. You know, I hope President Trump is going to be able to turn around, but I don't think it's going to happen overnight. He's walking into a real mess. But we need to be able to have a hedge against this massive overreach by the federal government with a centralized currency. Look, I don't want the federal government knowing when my son went to the grocery store to go buy a bag of Doritos at 2:15 in the afternoon. So we need to have some protections in place. And I think where we make it a welcome and interesting expansion of dialogues in Florida, and maybe even a greater expansion. We have about $800 million in crypto-related investments in our state portfolio, but I would not be shocked to be able to see that growing under a Trump administration in the near future.
It's absolutely insane. And yes, the warnings in regards to CBDCs, they truly are dystopian. And that's, I think, the biggest revolution with Bitcoin and self-custody. It's not in self-custody, it's really not going to help you if things get that bad. Or maybe a better way to say it is when things get that bad, they truly are pushing for CBDCs. It is dystopian. And even if a CBDC comes in, it's not going to be bad overnight, straight away. But when these people have the possibility for total control, absolute control, absolutely, they're going to use that control to be able to control us. But we can just opt out. We can hold Bitcoin in self-custody, run our own node. Again, if you need help, reach out to the Bitcoin Way. First 30 minutes is free. But that's dystopian. And Bitcoin is a solution. People are waking up to it. And then Caitlin Long again. But it almost certainly isn't actually the bank's decision. Your info matches my intel. The Warrenites at the federal regulators are coming for crypto even harder. Warren's crew at the agencies are still in power, but they know they'll probably change soon, even if Camilla wins. So this Nick Pullman just got our second straight bank rejection from our law firm for having crypto clients. It says crypto, I understand, I'm not interested in crypto, but this relates directly to Bitcoin, and it's happening here in Australia. People are being locked out of their banks. I know 2 people this week when the banks have just closed them down, shut them out for trying to buy Bitcoin. After my recommendation, the banks hate it. However, these companies are all VC backed, and the money is coming from their banking going back to our bank. Our clients have it so much worse than this too. Going on my villain arc, F the banks. We can opt out, we can buy Bitcoin. That's the news with the fast facts. If you enjoyed that, smash the like button, hit subscribe. If we vibe, these are all legends. We are going to dive into a bit of a banter on just such a lovely day. I'm so excited. I absolutely love it. Goes up, I'm like, oh, you know, most people get so excited about the green days. It's the red days that are truly going to set people apart. Linda Rowan, good to see you this morning. Johnny Midas in the house. McLovin, Darren, Parry, good morning, mate. Good to see you, brother. Jake Thomas, we're only 5 days away from fundamentally transforming America back great again. Well, we'll see. There's some crazy videos coming out with those election machines putting candidates on separate pages, hiding them, not allowing you to be able to select them. It looks like a whole lot of passwords got leaked into those machines as well to encourage hacking attempts. We'll see. The games are not over, and they're only going to ramp up. 5 days of just craziness. I expect crazy days. You know, probably at the moment where we are in the market, $5,000 daily swings, not to be unexpected. How to purchase MicroStrategy from Zig? I have no idea, to be honest. Maybe you can do it through ComSec, maybe. Otherwise, Google. If anyone can help Zig out, be greatly appreciated. How can somebody in Australia, what's the easiest way to be able to purchase MicroStrategy? NAB Trade, CME, etc. Most broken firms, yeah, cool. So ComSec should be able to do it as well. Dubstep Kid, mate, I truly appreciate it. I can't stay, but I gave a like. Stay cool, glad to see you and hear your voice. I've vibed with you since I first saw you. See you. Bloody legend, brother. Absolute legend. Emil in the house, another legend. Jurgen, Fine g'day from Austria. Satoshi shared the white paper on the World Thrift Day. What a coincidence. Interesting. Interesting that it lined up with Halloween. So yesterday I brought it up with my wife. I'm like, it's pretty interesting that the biggest tool for freedom for force came out in a day that's also celebrated that starts with hell. I'm like, Halloween, that sounds so demonic. And my wife said, and actually it comes from when the souls are going to the hallowed halls or something. It's meant to be the closest time where the spirits and we can communicate with them, I think. That's where she was getting at with the conversation. I just hear the word hell. But it's good and bad. And Bitcoin to me is truly a force for good. It's changing the world for good. And again, I'll say it over and over. He who controls the money controls the world. When we control our money, which is the first time in human history where we truly can, where it's unconfiscatable, we can't be censored, we become ungovernable. Then we control our own world. And I think it's better than what the bankers have planned for us. Rory Saylor in the house. Good to see you this morning. Man, you must be tired with the late night shift. If the dollar cost average, if you dollar cost average, you're never scared of a dip, 100%. And then when it dips, you've got a little bit more firepower, bang. Good day. Bitcoin is a cheat code. It is the cheat code, I think, for a grand and glorious life. That's news with the fast facts. We've got a massive day today, but please, I encourage everyone just to do something nice for yourself. Maybe take the weekend off or just do something that's going to allow you to recharge mentally, because it's about to get freaking insane. Effing bananas, I think. Now for the next 3 months, till the end of the year, Q1, even for the next 12 months, the amount of dopamine, take those opportunities to be able to calm down, slow down, and get ready for it, and have a plan. If you want to take profits out, it's your money, it's your choice. Don't sell everything would be my advice, but do whatever you want, but have a plan beforehand so emotions don't ruin your stack. It's going to get hectic. $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 days to the upside. We're going to be happy as Larry Fink, Michael Saylor. When they come down, you're going to be as sad as Gareth Soloway when he goes short Bitcoin, because he never gets it right. And then go out and do something nice for somebody else. But thank you, everyone. Lynn in the house, Jurgen. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you on Monday. And then remember, Fred Krueger on Tuesday. I sit down with Mark Moss, I believe, on Thursday. It is Thursday, my time, Wednesday. So that should be a really epic one. And Lawrence Lepard, will get him back on. There's some really cool characters coming back onto the show. Bitcoiners, they're changing the world. Appreciate each and every one of you. Peace.
Everything seemed normal. Successful businesses were functioning as they usually should. Money was being placed in the bank as savings. Life was good. Nobody notices anything funny. But 2008 hits and all hell breaks loose. Everything we thought about money and the banking was a complete lie, a complete sham, a Ponzi, a scam. The whole world fell apart and a lot of people got hurt financially. And as a result of this, the Bitcoin white paper was born. But yet the same mistakes keep happening over and over again. People are leaving money on their institutions up until the last straw, FTX, when billions of dollars were lost, families were decimated, life savings were completely wiped, and people were wondering what on earth just happened. We have an option to take full custody of our funds, and that's Bitcoin. We just have to learn the process. It's not hard. It's just something we've never had to do before. Otherwise, the same mistakes are going to keep repeating themselves, and people are going to continue to get hurt over and over and over until they learn you need to exit the system in order to protect yourselves and your loved ones.